Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a black and white themed Halloween press-on nail design. It looks pretty wild. Every single nail has something going on, but trust me, it took me probably one of the quickest sets I've probably ever done, to be honest. So we do have a black and a white gel polish. We have some blooming gel. This one's from Nail Nails, and I also have a different color today. We've got Million 513 number from Semilac, and it's almost an identical replica to Food Coma. So for a change, I thought, let me whip out something different and use a different kind of nudie background, different company or like a different color for a change, because I have to be honest, I was even myself getting bored of Food Coma for a bit now. So it's nice to start working with something different, you know, every so often anyways, because trust me guys, we are not letting go of Food Coma anytime soon. It's just for this one set, one exception, we're going to use a different color. So we do have all the nails with the Million color from Semilac. Now that that's done, we do have 2 coats applied, and every single nail except for the ring finger is going to have a French tip. So if French tips are not your best friend, then this set might not be for you, although it is a really nice set to get practicing on your French tips. But it really kind of has to be. Otherwise, I mean, I guess you could replace it with something different. Not too sure exactly what that could have been. But there's so much going on with the design. So if you do end up having like a wonky looking smile line, you could even get away with actually covering it up with the different wild patterns and stuff that we're going to do on top of it. So don't give up. Definitely give it a try. And worst comes to worst, we can just cover it up. So we're on our third nail. We've got one more to go, the thumb to go. The color Bold White from Madam Glam. Holy smokes, is it just absolutely amazing, and you all need it, especially for Christmas coming up. There's going to be a lot of, like, you know, snowflakey nails right now for Halloween and just all year round. It's just the best white base. It's just the best staple to have in your collection. And if I do love a pink color. However, if I had to pick one gel polish that I can only use for the rest of my life, it would be this one, just because, I mean, white, you just can't go wrong, and then 2, just everything about it. The consistency is just the perfection in a bottle, in my opinion. Definitely try it. So now that the French tip part of the video is finally done, now we can get on with the craziness that's about to happen. So on the thumb, we're doing a blooming gel, and I'm applying it on all the whole nail, and we're using some black, and we're going to do just some lines down the center, then also on the sides to create the crocodile look. So yeah, we're doing that. Remember, the longer you leave this to bloom, the more it's going to bloom. So definitely keep an eye out on it. You don't want to leave it for too long, because I've done that in the past and it didn't really end too well. It ends up blooming in places you just don't want it to bloom, and then it looks a bit like a hot mess. So definitely keep an eye out for it. Once that's done, we can then crack on with the next nail. I think at this stage we start working on the pinky, so we switch to the opposite side of the hand, and using the black gel polish again, all you need to do is just kind of color in, or like do the outline of the smile line again, just go over it. Then using a dotting tool, we're going to do a couple of dots about halfway down that nail. That's going to be our starting points for our drip look that we're going to do. I feel like drips were so popular, especially when people were doing those is it? Maybe not, maybe I'm getting it confused. I was going to say when they were doing these, like, you know, cartoony abstract looking nails, but I think I'm getting that completely mixed up. But very simple process. Just do a couple of dots. It doesn't have to be 4, you can do 2, 3 depending on how large your nail bed is. Then drag a line going to the top, and then just connect the 2 side walls of the dot that you created to that initial line. When I did this, I did notice though that the dots that I created were too small, so I did have a bit of a pain trying to connect it. So I do advise having a bit more of a larger dot if possible. That's why I'm here coming in again and trying to make the dot a bit larger. And then at the top, you kind of want to connect to like a half circle kind of swoop with your brush. Once that's done, you're pretty much good to go. I only had to do 1 layer of this, luckily. I really would not want to do 2, so I did kind of opt to do a bit more of a thicker layer. So I was risking it, because black can be not the greatest when it comes to curing, and I do find that obviously black kind of wrinkles more often than other colours, so that was a bit of a risky business from me, but I did cure and everything's still fine, which is good. Now on to the middle nail. Middle nail will have a massive spider web starting from the bottom part of the nail right in the centre, dragged up about more than halfway up the nail. So I'm doing a bunch of lines, and you can see the lines are pretty sheer here and there, but I kind of ended up leaving it like that, and because we continued doing it the whole way through on this nail, it did just kind of look like it was supposed to be like that. I would have preferred it to be much thicker. For those kind of designs, I do advise using some nail art gel rather than just regular gel polish, because it's literally made for art, so it's much more pigmented and much more easier to work with, and that way you don't have to bother yourself with doing another coat. Imagine having to do another coat on this spider web. Oh my goodness. So I definitely didn't. I just left it as is. I only do a little fragment of it on the camera, and then the rest you're going to see later, like the final shot of it. Now at this stage, we're on the final French tip nail that has nothing going on. On this one, I'm going to attempt to do a hand-done spider. Not my bestest of work. I am shocked how hard it is to do a hand painted spider. It looks so easy, yet it just does not look right every time I try and do it. If you don't want to do it, of course there are a lot of spider charms out there, so you can just whack one of those down. If not, you can also do like a at home, you just place like 2 different sized crystals down and you can make your own little spider that way too. Or just don't do the spider, I guess is the best way too if you wanted to avoid it. Then at the bottom, I'm going to do 2 stars. And the stars, rather than just having the 4 lines coming out of it, we're going to do 8 instead. But the ones coming out from the other corners are going to be shorter. So the ones I'm doing now. Then, of course, I'm never satisfied with how little is going on with nails. So I always want more and more. We are going to scatter some dots all around that nail, which we are doing right now with the dotting tool. After that's done, we're on the last nail, then a very little touch of crystals, and we're done completely. So on that additional, it's the ring finger nail, I am going to stamp down. So it's the one and only little stamping segment of the video, and we're only using this little like witch looking face here. This one's from Moya London, this stamping plate, and I'm going to colour in her white just so that it continues matching with the rest of the colour theme that we've got going on in the video. Then we're going to stamp in the centre of that, why do I keep forgetting? It's the ring finger. And then all around it, we're going to do some more dots and little stars. The stamping polish I'm using today are one's from Born Pretty, so the black, and then the white is Moya London. I did a disclaimer in my other videos, but I'll keep disclaiming every time I use it now that I know. Moya London are cancelling or discontinuing, I guess, their stamping range. They're kind of transitioning to doing like gel sticker stuff, which is obviously completely different to the stamping world. So they are getting rid of all their stuff. Right now, as I'm filming today's video, it is still up and it is discounted. So they are trying to get rid of all that stock. So make sure you go and grab something if you'd like anything that I show. I do quite a lot of Moya London, designs, because I just have so much of their plates. So I do use them quite often. So, if you like this plate, then definitely go run and grab it as soon as you can if it's still up there. Or do take a look at my other videos, because majority of them will have some Moya London stamping plates involved. And it'll be a shame for you guys to miss out on any great deals, because since they have getting rid of stock, then I'm sure you can get yourself some super affordable cheap plates, which is just amazing. Great time to shop, especially for Christmas now as well, guys. So start getting these Christmas presents early and stocking up so you can give some amazing gifts this year, or gift it to yourself. I would. Now that that's done, I'm waiting for it to dry. I'm probably going to wipe my plates, which I'm probably about to do now, with some acetone. Clean that. I like to keep my plates as clean as I can usually. And that's usually because I'm waiting for my polish to kind of dry on my stamper. So during that time, I like to, just do something. So I start cleaning. Then I'm stamping that in the center. Finally, it's all dry. Here it goes. And then around it, again, it's just bare to me. So out goes the black gel polish again, and just scatter some dots, scatter some anything you've got, really. If you prefer crystals, you can do that too. I went in with a wipe there just because I noticed there was a little fluff that I did not appreciate being there. So we got rid of that. Now I'm just dragging out. So I usually like to start out with the little star looking dots, and then I just scatter a bunch of dots all around it, just so I know what I'm working with, rather than doing too many dots and then not have enough space to kind of drag out those lines. Once that's done, it will go for a cure. At this stage, we're just going to do some crystals, a top coat, and we're done. So crystals, nothing crazy. I have these black crystals that I thought would be fun to incorporate today. So on the thumb, we've got a couple of ABs and this kind of never know crystal shape. So please excuse me, but I don't know, I'd call this probably like a little diamond looking thing. I know that there's a different crystal that I'd probably call a diamond more, but you know, just to get the gist. There it goes. That's going in the lamp. Then we're doing the pinky, I think, next. So the pinky has just got this black heart right at the top of the nail on this one, and that's all. That will then go into the lamp. Last but not least, the middle nail, the spiderweb nail, right at the top there, we're going to do 3 AB crystals, just as it's laying down on my little triangle plate there, I guess. And that's all we're doing. Off that goes into the lamp. I know that I've been doing a lot of matte top coat, and it probably will never change because I just love it and I love designs, and for me matte top coat just hits different, but I know it doesn't for everybody. So every so often I will try and do a glossy top coat like I am today. So today's set is going to be glossy, and I actually quite appreciate it glossy. I feel like if I was to do this one matte, it might not have the same kind of effect, which is good sign. So glossy top coating, we are using a Macart glossy top coat. Got this one on Amazon. I had to SOS get some because I actually ran out of all my stuff, which is very sad. That will then go for the lamp for the very last time now. Then once that's out, I will show you guys the final results on my hands, the final cute little shots in 3, 2, 1, and here are the final results. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I would love to see you all in my next video. Bye guys.